going on in here?
What's happening here?
The horse, she can't get the door open.
It's the wrong button. Press the other one.
Oh. That did it. You ready?
Yeah, okay. Christmas episode.
Oh, fuck. Right, so today is it's Christmas, and this is just not going to work. Nope. Right, it's Christmas. It's our Christmas episode, and
I have a present for you.
Santa doesn't usually get presents, but I am curious to see what you've brought. Elves.
Oh no.
Santa said oral.
Elves. A group of girls head to... Oh no, I can't read. A group of girls go for a romp in the... Is this even English? Am I having a stroke?
It is English. It is on the back of the box. You read it as it is written.
A group of girls go for a romp in the woods and decide to hold some sort of seance. One of them cuts her hand by accident, and a hellish nightmare begins when the blood fallen off the forest floor awakens an evil elf. I'm trying to read the punctuation as it is here. The elves were created by a Nazi mad scientist during World War II and lie dormant until now. Now they must fulfill their special mission and mate with a virgin to take over the world as a pint-sized master race? Oh my god. The department store Santa... What? The department store Santa, who must expose this unholy force and stop the gruesome terror before Christmas, is destroyed.
The department...
Is that supposed to be the department store Santa gets destroyed?
First you Santa, then you die. In my case, they piss on you.
Have a look at the joy.
The English.
This. Yeah.
A group of girls go for a romp
I
in the
thought I was
woods
having a stroke.
and decide to hold some sort of seance.
As you do while romping.
But look at this one. The whole paragraph is an entire sentence that makes no sense.
It needs a little bit more of that sentence to be grammatically correct, but hey ho. Looks like we're in for a good Christmas night and a good romp in the woods.
Looks like we're in for a night of elves.
I mean, you are an elf.
Yeah, it's my night.
Dan Elf.
Let's go watch it.
Okay, let's go.
Elves.
You broke
He
it.
broke it. He totally broke it.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas.
I wouldn't be putting that on my face, Danny.
Oh no.
What are you implying there?
America 3000.
Damn it. That goes to fuck there.
Now that is high definition quality images, isn't it?
Dan
Hi.
Haggerty!
High
That's
definition.
Dan Haggerty.
That's Dan Haggerty.
Like, no offense to them, but this is clearly a VHS rip for this DVD, right?
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Christmas is ruined. Everybody go home.
Elves. Da, da, da.
Whatever. We have to be close to Mother Earth. Get real, Kirsten. Get over it.
Kirsten.
Fuck you and your blanket.
We now convene the Sisters of Anti-Christmas.
Sisters of Anti-Christmas.
What is this, a script?
Nice.
We bemoan Christmas as a petty, over-commercialized media event.
I agree.
Yes.
What's bemoan?
Means I didn't get any good presents last year.
Well, I can totally relate to that.
Besides, it doesn't even look like it's gonna snow.
Fuck's sake.
You guys,
Weather.
I thought you were gonna help me figure out how to get Dave.
Oh, come on, his is bent anyway.
What?
We are, Amy, but why just figure out Dave?
What?
We should figure out everything. We're girls, remember? We're the master race.
Did you
Killer.
forget we were girls?
We can control everything and everyone. Virgin of Anti-Christmas.
Ooh.
Virgin? Ew.
Boobs.
I dream those Art Deco boobs. Cool, huh?
Amazing. Art
Isn't this your
Deco
grandfather's
boobs.
book? Yeah, he also told me never to come out here. Oh, Roy'll bust if he finds out.
Hey, the candle.
Oh no!
What did you do that for?
Nothing was happening to the candle.
Oh
Like-
no.
Are you okay?
What, the Sisters of Anti-Christmas?
Here.
Why did you do that?
The candle was fine.
Well, what about the ceremony?
Also, what the fuck were you trying to do?
The candle!
They all
Oh,
basically
no.
just slapped the glass container of the candle. But why?
So an elf could be born?
Oh, there it is.
Saying I love you. Nom 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 nom.
Oh.
Nom, nom, nom,
Nom,
nom.
nom, nom, nom.
Are you hurt? Good. Where have you been?
Oh,
Thanks,
Good.
Mom.
How's with Brooke?
What are you doing?
what are you doing?
Pervert!
I'm not a pervert. I like seeing naked girls.
I'm your fucking sister!
She's your fucking sister.
Yeah, and you've got fucking big tits, and I'm gonna tell everybody.
And you've got big tits, and I'm gonna tell everyone that I saw them. I'm not a pervert. I love looking at naked chicks. I like big tits too.
They're trying to kill me! They're trying to kill me!
What? What are you talking about?
It was like a little man, like a ninja, only like a gremlin.
Ninja gremlin.
There was a little man, like a
There's your
ninja,
answer.
only like a
It was
gremlin.
the cat.
It was a fucking little ninja troll.
Agamemnon, come here.
Don't you hurt her!
Mom!
It's almost break. Let's go goof on Santa. I've been waiting for this all day.
Goof on Santa.
What are you going to do on Santa?
Goof on him, you heard.
Ho, ho, ho. And what do you want for Christmas, little girl?
For it not to be Christmas.
Why?
All right, snow. Can you make it snow?
Oh, bad touch.
Oral.
What?
Santa said oral.
Oh no.
Why are you goofing on Santa if Santa is a pervert?
Pervert. Yeah.
So they've been
no.
looking forward all day to goof on Santa, which means to go and sit on his lap and ask him for daft things?
Oh no.
You better take a break right now.
Yeah, let's do this in front of the kids.
It's the first time in 50 years at Golems anything like this has happened.
First
I've been a
time in
pervert
50
forever.
Hi, Santa.
It's the first time in 50 years that Santa has asked somebody for oral.
Santa's doing blow. I'm just saying
Got it
this
from
Santa
the-
prefers
he
a
got it from the
blow.
third floor. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Yeah.
Why is
Stab you in the balls!
why is he bleeding from his mouth?
Because of his balls, Danny.
How did he die so quickly?
Go see what's keeping you.
Oh, he's gonna come back to his job. He wasn't fired.
He was just suspended for like 15 minutes for being a pervert.
He's feeding his reindeer. Get back to him. What?
The Gavin.
Hey, you. Morning. Hey, thanks for the call.
You still want a job?
What, are you joking? Sure I do. You bet.
Come with me.
Yeah, hang on just for a second.
You've even got the beard for it.
Is he not gonna pay?
Oh, my God.
Now I can blame this on the child.
Bitch ass. First you send and then you die. In my case, they piss on you. Start to represent a trend.
Amazing.
Is that supposed to be his balls? The small section off to one side?
Man, this looks familiar.
Well, look.
The fuck do you mean this looks familiar?
No, Ace. I'm not a detective anymore. Excuse me, ma'am. I remember a book from college about mystical symbols and runes.
Occult science.
Are you kidding me? That's gotta be a joke.
Excuse me, ma'am. I remember a book from college. Yeah, it's over there.
Hey, he found it.
It was right. She told him where it was.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the librarian.
Don't mess with the library, please.
What kind of slut dog suit is that? No way.
Way.
She's dressed exactly the same as you are,
way.
Sisco.
I said no way. Whatever.
Oh my god.
Killer. It's not too tuna, is it? No, it's totally hot.
What is that?
She's wearing actual lingerie, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what the fuck are you wearing? That's insane! No guy's gonna want to see that. I'm wearing a swimsuit and got a tutu. I look so fucking hot." Crazy bitch in lingerie.
That's a library
Don't
book.
highlight the library book. Fuck you.
Brooke is mine. Shit. What tunes? They were supposed to leave it open. Hey, chill. Get out.
No,
I need to
fuck.
Let's pry it. Look, I got a tire iron in the car. Hey, use the right tool for the right job.
He's got a crowbar right there.
Tools already, dude.
I have a tire iron in the car. Use the right tool for the right job. You've got a fucking crowbar. How is a tire iron the right job for a fucking door?
Miller, one for each of us.
And that apparently he's a oh, guns!
Oh,
Yay!
well, it is America.
It truly is America.
You're not really
Gift
good.
idea
Gift
from
idea
mom.
from mom.
Guns!
Fuck.
Those guys forget.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Saving
Merry
yourselves.
Christmas, Hat's mother.
But how do you stop them?
She's not even covering her ears.
Amazing. She's a friend, though. Why are you attacking her?
Oh. Oh my god. Hello, I'm Professor Man.
Dr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh, please take all the time you like. It's Christmas Eve. I only have my in-laws to look forward to if I go home. Oh, what do you need?
What can you tell me about this?
Oh, now that's an obscure one. Yes, it's not Coptic, and it's not Phoenician. It's
Why would anyone think it
Although
is?
It does look like one. Is it right? Wrong. No.
Doc, do me a favor. What is the bottom line?
Well, I'm telling you, the bottom line is the little creepy things are the little creatures that creep on two legs. Idiomatically, we call them elves.
What has that got to do with the rune?
Yeah, like how did the
That's
rune?
literally all he showed you was a rune.
Doc, wait a second. Elves. Ugly little creatures that stand about 2 feet tall.
Oh, however they're supposed to look.
Do you think that there could be a golf
Fucking what?
alive today that would be crazy enough to kill people?
Oh, no.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, yes.
I love that he just like.
Fuck was that?
All he needed to
Wait,
do was say
when did that
the-
happen? When did what?
That
He's
was
been
like
there all day?
we got the condensed version of the lecture he got on elves
Jeez.
and Nazis.
Go down to the study and talk to him.
What are you saying? Dad's dead.
Dad is in the study.
Grandfather is in the study.
You're very slow, lady.
The man in the study is your grandfather.
And your father. Dun dun dun!
Oh, you're dead. Elf does not take kindly to people hitting the girl.
How very Tommy and High Pike. Grandpa. Your grandfather and your father.
Yeah, I need to talk to Dr. O'Connor. Is he home?
Whoa! Whoa! Smash cut, okay.
Is that roast beast?
No, sweetie, it's roast turkey.
You stupid girl.
What's going on, Rosa?
Why don't you tell me what you know about the elves?
Elves, my God, this is a matter of life and death. Rosa, telephone la policia.
Oh my
What?
god, the racism.
The
racism.
Trying to get through to her, I'll be out of here, all right? Tell me what
El
you know.
telefono, el poliso. Pronto.
And throws somewhere
The
also.
relation between the elves and the Nazis.
There are two schools of thought.
What are they?
One, the Nazis experimented with elves as assassination teams.
The little girl's just staring at him.
Yep.
Vicious. They have magical powers. They can't be hurt.
Let's
or
just
killed.
talk about this in front of my
They're a
baby
perfect
girls.
Soldier. The problem is, the Nazis did have some clever scientists. This was before today's technology. House the haploid gene structure in its sperm cells to produce the master race.
Daddy,
Once
what's
again,
sperm?
magical powers can't be hurt.
What's the master race?
Select the genetically perfect human mate, the proverbial virgin, of course. Holy midnight consummation on Christmas Eve.
So, Daddy, the elf is going to fuck the girl on Christmas Eve?
Is that tonight?
On Christmas Eve to produce the master race. Now your time is up.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Shit.
Daddy, what's elves?
Elves.
You stupid bitch!
I love the fact he just has that conversation right in front of his kids.
Yeah. Why the fuck was the elf buried in the middle of a forest in America?
Right next to them.
Yeah.
No.
More lipstick. More. I need to be clown.
We're going full clown, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the thing, though, right?
Surviving.
He's chasing. We know what happens. He's chasing after him at speed. Should he be anywhere fucking near him? Why do you jump out?
Why
Throw
not
it out
throw
of
the
your car.
dynamite out?
Here it comes.
Oh. Well, there goes your fucking car. Do you need help? Was that your car that blew up? Would you like me to call an ambulance or something?
Where's Kirsten? She better be okay. Where is she? Who in the hell are you? What are you, a goddamn Nazi or something? Is that elf yours? Get out of you got.
What?
Oh.
Amazing. Fuck is she doing?
Washing all the makeup that she put on.
Amazing acting. Just amazing.
Oh.
Head banging at the bottom. Well, gotta crack out the sensors, don't
That's
we?
with more boobs.
What's wrong? Are we gonna be alright?
No, Willie. Gramps is a Nazi.
Oh.
What type, boss?
Grandfather said I would know what to do. He said it was inside of me.
Oh no, don't say that. Oh yes! The swastika tits. What does that mean?
What is happening?
Is it supposed to be dragging her along?
I think she's crawling to get in front of it.
Yeah. How?
What did that have to do with you holding a cup?
Yeah, like how did you get that from the drawing of a cup? Like it's...
Stab the ground and you'll kill the elf.
It's snowing.
You're next to a wall? Shouldn't you go home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shh, it's snowing. Shut your fucking
Yeah.
face. That's all I've ever wanted, okay? Don't ruin this moment for me, kid.
It's like, don't talk or the snow will stop.
Let's just sit out here and freeze to death. Oh no!
Wait.
Well,
Is it
What?
reading a newspaper?
Is that supposed to imply the elf did its business?
which it clearly didn't, but okay. They're driving doubles.
Elf brows.
What? Is that to imply the elf's eyebrows had a special coordinator? What?
Amazing. Here's the yard.
Remember the wino?
Dead Santa.
He wasn't always dead.
You've been cast for the role of Dead Santa.
The wet body double. And
Bitchy
bitchy
co-ed.
co-ed.
Amy under wraps? What?
When she was lying under the sheet,
Oh,
there
so
was
they
somebody else playing her.
couldn't even get the same actor to play.
Well, that was Elves, 1989.
Elves indeed.
Aye. Aye, aye, aye.
Merry Christmas!
It was being weird. Oh no.
Oh no. No. No, Jasper.
Oh no, my shirt said pissy. Look. Oh no, I can't get there. We go. Pissy. I
Pissy
mean,
patrol.
pussy's clearly better. Sorry, Nix. Elves.
Elves indeed.
10. Try not to eat Meeks. That would be great. I know I threw him across the room, but it's fine. That's fine. If Meeks gets eaten, I mean, whatever.
You take that sentiment outside, mister. It's Christmas time.
Well, Merry Christmas to you.
That
No?
I think that is.
I think that
Maybe.
that
Works with the
It's
red
difficult to
ominous
tell.
glow.
That works with elves, to be honest.
Right, so, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Winter holidays and all the rest of it. So, I can't believe we did another Christmas episode. There can't be that many good, bad, Christmas-themed movies. At least not ones that I know of. So we're going to run out very quick. God knows what we're going to do next year if we do this again.
There's certainly a lot of bad Christmas movies, but good, bad.
Yeah, that's
a.
your baubles down the back of your head, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You damn well should be. There you go. Bauble, and
Casual.
Casual Christmas. Check me out.
Merry Christmas.
Elves is a 1989 Christmas adjacent, it's not really a horror movie, slasher adjacent Dan Haggerty movie.
Yeah, it's adjacent to... It's not really anything, it's just adjacent to things.
I mean, it's a lot of slashes, isn't it? It's a teen / horror / Christmas / mystical thing / Nazi.
Occult, Nazi, Christmas, horror, comedy, but probably not supposed to be comedy. It was definitely shot on video. It had a very, very limited release in 1989. Yeah. It has never been released on DVD or Blu-ray to this day. It came out on home video in 1994, which this is clearly... I mean, thanks Ito for sending it over, but this is clearly a VHS rip on a disc.
Yeah, you can tell.
And literally today I found out that seemingly this exact same copy, as in this exact same rip, is on YouTube, so you can all go and watch it yourselves.
The entirety of it.
Dare I ask, Danny?
No.
Because it's Christmas, Sisco, what is Elves about?
Oh, you bastard. I know who's going on the naughty list now. Right, so... Oh, God, I was about to say in a nutshell, but it's going to be a very large nutshell. So Elves is... well, it's a Christmas movie. The heroine is a teenage girl. We're not sure how old. We checked. We can't see any references to her actual age. No. But she has some friends, and they're out in the woods going to do a seance thing. It's very quickly introduced, very quickly dropped. She cuts her hand, she drops some blood on the ground, and then they go home, and she gets into an argument with her grandfather and her parents.
That's very detailed for the very first scene.
Yeah,
trying to explain this film.
The
film doesn't make any real sense, but trying to explain this film within 30 seconds, go.
Oh God, Kristen accidentally summons elves who her grandfather set her up to be impregnated by, and her mother's a bitch. And then Dan Haggerty is Santa as a drunk, and he has a shootout with Nazis while trying to figure out where the elves come from and how to defeat them. He does that quite easily because he has a rune that all professors apparently instantly recognize and know all the details of, so that is resolved quite quickly. Then they fight the Nazis again, they kill Dan Haggerty, and Kristen runs into the woods, the elf follows her, and she kills it with a crystal. The end.
Bit out of order, but yeah.
Ooh, nitpicky elf. Nitpicky elf.
Another person on the naughty list.
You look, elf, right.
Elves.
Now, one of the first things I want to mention, because you, in your opening statement, for lack of a better word there, you called her Kristen, and her name is Kristen, just like the person from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
A bright spark of divinity. Kirsten.
Where is Kirsten? She should be at home by now.
Get real, Kirsten.
Yeah,
Get over it, Amy.
Kirsten.
Hi, Kristen. Everyone pronounces it wrong. The R is after the I. Kirsten. And before the I, it's Kristen.
But at first, I was trying to figure out, what are they saying her name is? Because it's not Kirsten, it's not Kristen, it's Kristen.
I think I automatically just assumed I hear Kristen because Kristen.
It's not a name.
I think it's actually supposed to be Kirsten, but they pronounce it so weirdly throughout the first half of the movie that it's Kristen.
No.
Kirsten. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and...
Life is long and life is hard with
Kevin's is thick and Dave's is a yard.
Shut up.
Whatever.
The plot of the movie is fairly nonsensical and not an awful lot of stuff happens, but it's amazing. So yeah, the very brief overall story is that the Nazis, they genetically created the master race, which are 2-foot troll things, and then apparently buried them in the woods in America. The second half of their plan was that one of the Nazi officers would impregnate his own daughter, which would then, she would give birth to the perfect receptacle for the elves. As disturbing as that is, she would fall pregnant to an elf, make a half-elf baby who would simultaneously be the leader of the Fourth Reich and the Antichrist, and would presumably summon forth an army of elves to take over the world.
Because these 2-foot-high goblin things are the perfect soldier.
Well, I mean,
dick-stabbing soldiers.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to be invisible. Either they're invisible or everyone's blind, so that makes them good soldiers.
I mean, they can't move their arms or legs and do this. But they're the perfect soldier. Yeah. The biggest threat the
They
world
also
has
can't
ever faced.
hold anything.
No, but they can have things glued onto their hands.
And then they can sort of say "I love you," sort of.
And it can do that. Oh no, where'd that go? It's fine. It's all fine. That was your line, Sisco, and even Danny was waiting for you to say it. He's like...
Oh, I was waiting for you to say there was a problem for me to respond to
because you gave him lines.
Because I gave him lines, yeah, you're right.
Also, I think somebody kicked the table.
It doesn't matter, the table's going to get moved anyway.
That's it.
That's it. All that for that. That's it. That's that done. Good. I know. Look. He looks like the elf.
Elf Santa.
That is one of the best things when he just turns and sprints off the screen.
Well, he clearly has no articulation in any of his extremities or his face, so he just has that one expression.
And even though they keep trying to have him eat stuff, but he just keeps his mouth open the entire time.
But also, there's supposed to be like someone operating his eyebrows. Which I don't understand because they don't move at all throughout the entirety of the film.
They just weren't very good at their job.
They didn't do their job at all. Elf brows.
What? Is that to imply the elf's eyebrows? One of the things that always makes me laugh with this, because obviously we've seen it before, is the introduction of the younger brother. It's the most inappropriate introduction of a younger brother character in any film I've ever seen, and spoilers, it's my favourite scene, so I'll go into it more details later, but like the relationship between any of the members of the family are really insane.
Yeah, I mean, you'd kind of expect it with the grandpa, because Nazi and considering his relationship
incestuous Nazi.
But the mother is what bothers me, because she is comically evil. She's like mustache twirling evil. She drowns their cat. She takes all Kriesten's money out of, she says she's going to take all that money out of her bank account to punish her for going into the woods.
Well, here's the thing, right? One of the very first things that she says is, because Kriesten, after their amazing opening scene where they all slap the glass
for no reason
that has the candle in just for convenience, and by the way, there's a lot of convenience in this movie, just for the convenience, because they need her to be cut so her blood can summon the elf.
Yeah.
So, oh god, before we even get onto that, the opening scene we now convene as sisters of anti-Christmas.
It's our symbol, the Virgin of Anti-Christmas. Virgin? Ew.
Boobs.
I dreamed those Art Deco boobs. Cool, huh?
Amazing. Art
Isn't this your
Deco
grandfather's
boobs.
book? Yeah.
But anyway, the convenience of that is, again, in stupid writing, they all smack the candle after one of them goes, "Oh no, the candle." And as you scream during the watch-along, there's nothing happening with the candle. What do you mean?
It's just there.
So they all slap the glass, it breaks, she gets her hand cut.
Only her, though.
Yeah, drips on the floor, summons the elf, not that they know that. She goes back home. And the grandfather, after slapping her in the face, is like, "Oh, you hurt yourself." Yeah? She speaks to the mother, and the mother goes, "Are you hurt? Good." And you're just like, okay, so she's a bitch. And by the end of the film, the grandfather, the incestuous Nazi, right, who set all this in motion, is more sympathetic than the mother, the victim of his incest.
He's sort of almost on a redemption arc.
Yeah,
he's basically very sorry for what he did, and he's trying to save his granddaughter from the elf and the Nazis. And he does actually die trying to save her, so he has a little bit of redemption arc, which the mother doesn't get. Because the mother, I have to go back to how insane she is as a character, because she literally, apart from the fact, you know, she punishes her, after the shootout with the Nazis, and they go back to the thing, apart from the fact she doesn't believe him, when she finds out that it was true, she doesn't apologise or anything. That is the moment she goes, "Yeah, well, your grandfather's also your father. Ha!"
Yeah,
it's not she doesn't do it for any sort of cathartic reason or for any storyline reason. She does it purely to hurt Kristen.
And it doesn't make any sense. The conversation just devolves into her saying like, "Oh, you were not lying," to "Ha, you bitch, you're also my sister." Well, she doesn't say it like that, but it's basically the same. Because it's insane. She just...
Second film in a row, by the way. Hack-O-Lantern in this one. Incest babies related to or bringing forth the Antichrist.
Yeah.
And yes, in this, the mother takes utter glee in letting her know that her father is also her grandfather, or rather that man in the study is your grandfather. And your father!
It is a brilliant line, though. I do love
it.
It
is amazing.
There's a lot of... The mother delivers a lot of those lines with such gusto that you...
Yeah.
We've
already said a cartoon villain.
We've already said she kills her cat for no real reason. She kills the cat, and then she's gleefully telling the old man, the grandfather.
She's like, "Oh, maybe the raccoon brought it back, but I killed it." Mwah.
The mother is unsympathetic to stupid levels and irredeemable.
Here's the other thing. You'd think maybe it was just be to Kristen because of the way she was conceived. But she also doesn't give a crap about her son either. When
the son is attacked by...
And she's just like,
do you remember
shut the fuck up, I need some sleep.
Do you remember what the kid says?
It tried to kill me! It tried to kill me!
What? What are you talking about?
It was like a little man, like a ninja, only like a gremlin.
Ninja gremlin!
There was a little man, like a ninja, only like a gremlin.
It was a fucking little ninja troll.
Like a troll or a goblin or a ninja, something like that. He just like lists things.
He gets cut by the troll. Sorry, not the troll, the elf.
The elf.
Also, elves. There's one elf. They had enough for one puppet, and that's all you get. But he gets attacked by it and gets cut, and she's like, it was probably the cat. It's like, the cat didn't tear open his clothes.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's actually injured.
Yeah,
And she just
bleeding.
says, go back to sleep. And he, who has just been attacked by the troll, the goblin, is more than happy to just go, ugh, fine, I'll go to sleep.
I'll tell you one other thing. She tells her grandfather to stop, her father to stop talking about the elves. Damn, you and your damn elves. She knows about the elves.
She's been telling about
her whole life pretty much about the elves, so she should at least be willing to entertain the notion, but she's just not. And she just seems to enjoy inflicting pain on her children.
Alright, I suppose I can move. We can move in a little bit now because we got the space. Item. So Santa said oral.
Santa said oral.
Sisco, you're Santa. Talk about Santa said oral.
Toyland's in the basement, Sarah. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. And what do you want for Christmas, little girl?
For it not to be Christmas.
Why?
I hate snow. Can you make it snow?
Oral.
Oral. And then she goes, what? And he goes, Santa said oral. Right in front of the kids, by
Yeah,
the way.
well, he's also...
There's a big line of kids and parents just
And
watching
he's
this
also
as,
just, like,
as
groping
he's
her
sliding
thigh.
his hand.
Yeah.
So she slaps him, quite rightly. And he is given a punishment of a 15-minute break.
Yes, of course.
To go and snort some coke. During which time the elf finds him and stabs him in the dick to death.
Yeah.
Stabs him in the balls.
He gets stabbed in the balls, falls backward, and then immediately starts spitting blood.
Also,
somehow.
I think we have to mention that the detective mentions that he had his balls cut off, and when you see the outline, there's a little triangle off to one side, which we assume is where the balls ended up.
Start to represent a trend.
Amazing.
Is that supposed to be his balls? The small section off to one side?
When it comes down to it, the elf didn't kill too many people, it just killed
That's why I said it was a slasher adjacent.
Yeah.
Some people sort of die, but yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people who die not by the elf as well. So he kills, he kills Santa, he kills her friend.
Hang on, what did Santa say?
Santa said oral.
Okay.
He kills a friend. Santa. He kills a friend. He kills her mother, and he kills the head Nazi.
The fucking gun. The fuck did he get the gun?
Yeah, he just
From
has
Grandpa.
it for some
It's
reason.
Grandpa's gun.
Yeah, but how
But
did he
how? Yeah.
Well,
when?
He
It's.
recently
I tell you
killed the mother.
something. It's the hero shot of the film. He pokes out from behind that tree with his little Luger.
Yeah, it's an interesting shot because she's been attacked, or rather, sort of weirdly worshipped by the Nazis.
I was going to say she's not
away.
getting attacked. She's being talked.
She's trying to get away, and you hear the gunshot, and then you see the hero,
The classic hero
you know,
shot.
and it should be Dan Haggerty or maybe her little brother.
Oh, Dan Haggerty left the film by the time.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
done.
already disappeared.
He just
He lay down on the floor and was like, "Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done."
So yeah, Dan Haggerty,
Grizzly Adams.
Grizzly Adams. He's introduced. There's a lot of like just dialogue splurge between him and the thing, which
again, like any other piece of dialogue in this film, makes no sense.
not really, but it's enough to get the fact that he is a recovering alcoholic and he wants a job. And the guy doesn't have a job for him, so he says, "Go
I'll
get
give you a
some
cup
coffee."
of. I'll give you a cup of coffee. And he goes, "I don't want a cup of coffee. I want a job." And he's like, "Well, I've got no jobs for you." And he goes, "Yeah, I always have jobs." How on, man? Because he went Geordie.
And says, "I'm sorry." And he goes, "You know what? You are sorry."
The
And
weirdest
then,
dialogue.
and then the guy gets really upset at him,
It's like-
going, "You are sorry."
It's like, take that attitude out of here. I'm like, what? He just repeated what you said.
Before we get back into Dan Haggerty, that is a perfect example of the dialogue just being really fucking weird.
Yeah.
Throughout, they're saying really baffling things. During the start of them spending the night in the department store, because they had very few places for this film to film, one of them shows her friends. I don't remember which one it was. She pulls up a top and she has a red bra on.
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh no, Dave's not going to fuck you. He doesn't like the colour red." And you're like, what?
Yes, a teenage boy is going to refuse the offer of sex
Because of the colour of the bra.
the colour of the bra.
He's not interested in having sex with you.
He's
He's got a red bra.
allergic to red.
bra. Cut to actual Dave being introduced, smashing on the door.
Let
because,
me in, I need to fuck.
I want to have sex with these ladies.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Dan Haggerty is...
Well,
there is a notice of eviction on the door of his trailer, like his mobile home that presumably he owns.
Yeah.
How can somebody change the locks? But anyway, he's living in the store.
Yes, he's living in the room where the previous Santa got
'cause-
stabbed by the outline of the dead Santa.
He
Which is
talks
still there.
to it.
Yeah, it's a very weird mall Santa job because it includes like
No, it
board.
doesn't.
Like, well, yeah, because that's where the previous Santa was.
Yeah, no, but they have a. He basically says you weren't supposed to be here either, and he.
No.
Yes.
Just
no.
fight,
the one that wasn't supposed to be.
He was.
Then who the fuck's that room for?
He makes a note of it and goes.
No, he says, "Yeah, this seems familiar." Like,
this is familiar. This
for
is
some
interesting.
reason.
But
no, because she goes out that door. That's why she notices that there's already tape there.
Excuse me, ma'am. I remember a book from college about mystical symbols and runes.
Occult Sciences, section 666.
666 is ceramics. It's literally 600 is chemistry, 666 is ceramics. It's like, what the fuck?
Occult is 130, if you're wondering. It's fine. But it's for the joke.
It's for the
Actually, it's not even a joke.
It's
for the reference.
It's
in the 666 section. But of course, that joke is shit. The thing that's funny is he just goes up to her and says, "Excuse me, I remember a book from college," and she's like, "Yeah, it's over there."
It's just there, that one. It's like,
the book that you, Dan Haggerty, read in college.
But the Nazis have got there first.
Well,
they've cut the page out with the symbol.
Sort of.
No.
The problem is he opens the book and he finds the symbol on a page which obviously isn't like an index page.
No,
or
it's
anything.
it's the page where that's at.
And he goes to the back of the book where they've cut out a bunch of different things for reasons.
Damn you.
My
tool's all ready.
My tool's all ready.
No.
No, he doesn't say that.
No. He says my tool's all ready.
One of Kirsten's friends dresses up in lingerie for the boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the other friend, I don't know either of the names, I'm afraid.
Friend one.
Looks at her and she goes, "The fuck are you wearing? That's a dyke outfit. No boy's gonna want that. You fucking retard." And I'm like, whoa, I think she's doing okay with lingerie. Then you have Kirsten, who steps out and she's going, "Oh, now that's fucking hot. The boys are going to love that." Cut to her, she's got like a zip up the front wetsuit and a tutu, a purple tutu. And you're like, oh, so that's what guys want.
Yeah, that's definitely the sexiest
idiot
outfit.
Wearing bloody lingerie.
Don't fucking highlight a library book. It's not yours. Fuck you.
Okay. Yes, I've got. Oh bollocks. Yes, I've got bollocks.
You.
Yes, I've got a new thing for the.
But yeah, so he looks at I think the author of the book and is like, Professor whatever, University of something.
Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Yes, Fitzpatrick, University of whatever.
Fortunately, he just happens to be very
it's
close.
like
basically next door.
Within
literally,
driving distance.
Yeah.
And we have that wonderful scene where he goes in and he speaks to the professor, and it's a very short conversation because the professor knows everything. And then he comes out, so he goes in during full broad daylight, and he comes out, and it's night time, and it's like he's been in there for hours, but he's literally.
I like to think he has been in there for hours because Fitzpatrick never stops talking.
No, it's
but
amazing.
His introduction to Fitzpatrick is one of my favourite scenes of this film, which is he just walks in and he goes, "Professor Fitzpatrick?" And he goes, "Yes."
Oh my god. Hello, I'm Professor Man.
Dr. Fitzpatrick?
Yeah.
So he bursts into the second professor's house.
And it's amazing. Just from the moment he knocks on the door and the maid opens it, it's just fantastically racist and hilarious. Because she's clearly Mexican, I think. Hopefully I'm not being racist.
It can't be clearly you think.
She is of some...
She is Latin.
Yeah. Latin American.
Yeah, she is Latin. She sort of speaks in Spanglish a bit. And he just like walks past her and walks into the professor having turkey with his wife and children.
Having Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve evening, yeah.
Yeah. And so I find it just hilarious because he walks up to him and he's like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" He's like,
"I only need a little bit of information."
Yeah. And so he calls to his mates like, "Rosa, call the police.
Oh,
Telefone la policio." And then something else happens like, "Telefono 911." It's like, fuck off. Just fuck you. It's insane.
But
it's
the best part is
racist.
He has broken into somebody's house, forced his way in, come up to their Christmas dinner the night before, And he's just like, no, I just need a little information. And he's like, all right, then I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah.
While my daughters sit here and listen to me talking about elf sperm.
Yeah.
The copulation of virgins and stuff.
The
like,
master race
and then the end
Nazis.
the end of that scene is comedy gold, where the little girl, it cuts to the little girls and they look up to him and go, Daddy, what's elves? And he goes, it's elves! Stupid bitches.
It's amazing.
Now your time is up.
Oh. Okay. Shit.
Daddy, what's elves?
Elves.
You stupid bitch!
I love the fact he just has that conversation right in front of his kids.
Yeah.
It's casual, so I get slippers. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody just continue. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We continue.
What?
Are we continuing?
Yeah, continue. Talk about your thing.
I'm not sure if we should talk about the thing.
I don't know. Should we talk about the ending of the scene? Of the movie?
My feet might be getting cold. Because it's Christmas and it's cold. It's December.
Super cold.
And there's no room in here. So.
Yeah. So,
casual Christmas, is there any other kind? Okay, so if I sit with my feet pointing straight up, that's not going to knock my shins at all.
No.
Okay.
So, Dan Haggerty.
Dan Haggerty.
One other thing we should mention about him is he smokes like a son of a bitch. He's
He
never
never
not
stops.
smoking. And I mention this because it's quite important to the next scene. So after seeing the two professors, he gets into his car and he's driving and he's being followed by a Nazi and all the footage is sped up. Kind of trying to apply a chase, but he doesn't really know he's being chased by
he's just
anybody.
driving.
He's just driving, and he wants to light a cigarette because his previous one has gone out. So he puts the lighter thing in, and it doesn't work. So he smacks the
bangs on
dashboard,
the top of his car.
and some comical, almost like Acme dynamite falls out. And the best thing is, instead of throwing the dynamite out of the car, he jumps out of the car
Without stopping, yeah.
At speed,
Rolls.
and rolls. The car explodes. The Nazi pulls up, and bear in mind, he doesn't actually know if he's a Nazi.
First of all, he doesn't know he's being followed.
No.
Yeah.
He has no idea who that is. There's been a car accident on the road. A pretty nasty one. That could just be someone pulling over to offer help.
Yeah.
Do you need me to call an ambulance or something?
Fortunately, it is the Nazi because Dan Haggerty
Jumps on him.
Yeah.
beats the shit out of him, and goes, "What are you, a Nazi? Is that elf yours?" And then the guy dies.
There's a really weird line, and I only picked up on it the last time we watched it, which I think he says was, "How many teeth have you got?" And then he punches him and goes, "You've got less now."
And then he dies.
And then he dies,
And then
presumably through like
Cyanide?
cyanide
I
capsule or
assumed,
something.
yeah,
because he starts frothing.
Yeah,
and then
I assumed it was cyanide or something.
it's an amazing scene though.
It
and then
is.
Dan Haggerty steals his car because, to be fair, his just blew up.
Yeah.
What are you, a goddamn Nazi or something? Is that No, you
What?
Oh.
Amazing.
Well, you got yourself a brand new car, baby.
Oh, free.
Goddamn circus.
The mother's killed.
The mother's killed
The
with that
Nazis-
one amazing scene. Obviously, I'm not showing that, and if I am, I'm editing it all, censoring it all. But the mother's being electrocuted in the bath, and an amazing scene is they have the puppet, the puppeteers like sort of crouch behind the bath, and there's a strobe light going off to imply that she's being electrocuted, and the elf's just going head banging away to this, and it looks like he's having a whale of a time.
And then the way he goes out of frame is also he just like goes whoop. It's hilarious.
The thing I like most about that scene is that Dan Haggerty's there with the kid, the
Yeah, when they
Kristen
find her.
and her little brother, and he goes, "What about Mom? Oh, she'll be fine.
She's fine. Don't worry
She's
about
okay.
it.
She's fine. Let's just go.
Let's
Your
just
mom's
go.
fine. Let's
Ignore
just
the
leave her.
lights coming out of that room. It's fine.
Mom? Is she alright?
She's gonna be okay. She'll be alright. We gotta get out
Yeah,
of here.
right.
She's gonna be
totally
alright.
make
Let's
it.
leave.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
What about Mom?
Come on, she's gonna be fine.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Sure.
That was a diss. Anyway.
Fine.
Anyway. Bear. Anyway. Would you like to get on to some favourite scenes?
I think we should get on to some favourite scenes.
Right, well, I usually start at that end and move my way down. Oh, look at you with bits of fluff on you. So, Danny.
Oh.
What was your favourite scene?
My favourite scene is when Mike McGavin goes to the first professor, Professor Fitzpatrick.
Mike McGavin, the worst Christmas of his life.
Yeah. So
he's McGavin the worst time. Whatever. That was a Christmas cracker joke. Go on.
So he goes to Professor Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
He gets his fantastic introduction. And then Mike just shows him Santa. I'm just going to call him Santa because I didn't even remember Mike. But so Santa just shows him the books like, oh, what's this rune? And then he just goes off about it. It's like, oh, yes, that's a very obscure one. He starts like, it's neither Gothic or Phoenician, as if we had all imagined that.
Yeah,
clearly we thought
what
that.
It would be.
And then it's like, and it's also not a rune. Then he goes upstairs and is like, oh, do follow me. So they both go upstairs. He goes and gets a book and is like, yeah, so God was very angry, except at one guy, Noah. So he wanted to save all of Noah and his family and all of the animals, because he was clearly not angry at them. And there's this reference to the creepy...
creepy creatures that crawl on two legs.
No, the creepy creatures. And he says like, and we all know, of course, that refers to the creepy creatures that crawl on two legs, which we idiomatically refer to as elves.
Idiomatically, we call them elves.
Yeah.
And then he turns around in the most sassy way.
Yeah. And then they start going downstairs, and for some reason then he brings up the Nazis. And he says, like, if you just ignore how brutal and violent they were just a bunch of crackpots. Like, what the fuck?
The Nazis.
The Nazis?
Mm-hmm.
They believed in elves?
Oh, yes. They believed in a lot of things. You know, if you could ignore their brutality, you'd have to say they were just a bunch of crackpots.
Well, what the hell were these Nazis going to do with these elves?
I don't know.
He rushes through his fucking exposition.
Yeah, like he doesn't stop for a single second. He has no time for anything. Like you said, they start walking, go all the way down the corridor, he picks up a book that has nothing to do with anything. Then he just like has to squeeze through Santa to go back. They go down.
I beg your pardon, he squeezes through Santa?
He squeezes by him. He squeezes to get past Santa. They go down, and that's when they mention the Nazis, and he just leaves. But he has no time for anything.
He doesn't take a breath.
No, he just like goes off and keeps going on, and is like, why? Like, he literally showed you a picture. How would you know? Like, it's like, oh yeah, the thing is attributed to elves and Nazis, and this guy is like, why?
He's more up to date on Nazis.
The best thing is the other professor's the exact same. The minute he agrees to tell him, he just splurts out all this information, rattling non-stop.
Right in front of his kids.
Right in front of his kids. Oh yes, and the Nazis have rape experiments, and oh yes, and it's got to be impregnated got to impregnate a virgin on Christmas Eve. Wait, today's Christmas Eve? Yes. And where's he go?
And he specifically mentions elf sperm, which is something everybody wants.
Yeah. But yeah, that's...
Well, okay, Gimli wants.
Yes, Gimli's after us.
Yeah. Gimli wants it. What's your favourite scene in this film that has quite a few ridiculous and fun scenes?
It changed a few times during the watch along, but I think I'm gonna go. It is still the ideal gift for mom. You've got a mall, and there's a big sign up saying "ideal gifts for mom." There's a big sign up saying guns, and then just there ideal gifts for mom.
Ideal gifts for mom.
And it's just
what mom wouldn't like a shotgun.
I could not think of anything in my head more American than that. For people watching in America, that's kind of how I picture America. It's probably very wrong, but that's just
No, I can tell you that's very right.
That's my picture of certain parts of America. If you're in a mall, there will be a gun shop, and they will be trying to sell.
Having been to America to a shop where I expected to see no guns, and then found a whole floor full of guns, that's just how America is.
Toys R Us?
Bass Pro shops.
Ben and Jerry's.
Oh no, my hat. I'm no longer an elf.
But yeah, it's a great scene, and the best part is they have a gunfight right by that sign. So it's like, it's just.
Well, they needed to get guns from somewhere, so they got mothers.
To me, it's like promotional thing. It's it's you know how they have. They put like Coke cans and Pepsi cans. They're trying to sell those guns.
Yeah.
And they're really trying to get it in the head that, these are...
Mom would love one of those.
If she's in a gunfight with Nazis,
or
this
elves.
is what mum needs. Yeah. I think that is... and I just loved it. I loved it. I love that entire scene. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's great.
That gunfight is amazing. Yeah. Not a single decent muzzle flash. Everything just has like sort of
the amazing
the
little
weakest
firework
little
thing.
cat gun smoke.
And sometimes they don't go off, and it's great. It's great. It's amazing. Right. Well, again, are you a goddamn Nazi or something? Is that your elf? Is amazing.
Yeah. We
all love that scene. We all love lots of scenes. We now convene as Sisters of Anti-Christmas is amazing.
Sisters?
Sisters? It reminds me of the film that we haven't done on the show yet. Miami Connection. A friend! Sisters! But I think the thing that always makes me laugh the most, and I mentioned it obviously earlier, is the introduction of the brother. Somebody wrote that, and I can't think of a more inappropriate introduction for a younger brother character.
I mean, 3 people, at least 1 people wrote it and 2 people okayed it because the film had 3 writers.
and
the directors never went,
that might be problematic.
Maybe we want a sympathetic younger brother.
Yeah.
The best part is it's the kid's actual mother. Like, that's the line her son has to say.
Yes, excuse me, Mum, can you sign off on your child saying this line? Oh, it was the 80s, I suppose that didn't happen. Here, Mum, here, lady, take this Coke and sit in the corner. That's right, Meeks, I mean Coca-Cola. It was the 80s, I don't mean lines.
Oh. Like Santa was doing.
Like Santa was doing. What did he say? What did Santa say, Danny?
Santa said oral.
I feel I'm going to be cutting to that scene so much. Right, anyway, so my favourite scene is the introduction of the younger brother character, which is Kirsten is getting changed. And her younger brother, who at first I just called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles boy, because he's wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pajama set, which is obviously amazing at the end of the 80s. But she asks him, what the fuck is he doing? Because he's staring at her.
Yeah.
You little pervert. And he goes, I'm not a pervert. I love looking at naked women. And she goes, but I'm your fucking sister. And he goes, I don't give a shit. I love big tits. And I've seen your big tits. And I'm going to tell everybody that I saw them. And you're like, the fuck kind of line is that?
No.
You got big fucking tits, and I'm going to tell
everyone
everybody
that
you got big fucking tits, and I'm going to tell everybody that I saw.
So
I'm your
wrong.
fucking sister. It's like, yeah. And this film has enough incest in it. We don't need to get the kid involved.
Well, I mean, I only have a brother, so I never looked in. I know you don't have any siblings. Do you?
Cisco, what are you asking?
Is this
On Christmas, what are you asking?
Thing?
What's wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? Right, well, all those scenes aside, I'm sure we've forgotten plenty scenes because this film is ridiculous from start to finish.
There was a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good laughs. I mean, we watched it a long time ago. I'd forgotten quite a few things.
I had
so
forgotten
was still
more than
laughing.
half of it, yeah.
Yeah, like I forgot weird little scenes that we were concerned about. Like at the beginning, she cuts her hand and she wraps it up with like a blue ribbon or like a blue scarf. And then it really appears to be the exact same thing they gave the mother at the end to bathe with.
Which is insane. It's so weird.
Which is so awkward and weird. Everything about it is awkward and weird. Sisco, would you, before we say which shelf we think it is, would you recommend people go out and find the thing you can't get on anything except VHS?
And YouTube.
Do you recommend on Christmas everybody goes to YouTube and tries to find their own copy?
You know, you need a little something for the Christmas time, and this, and Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. That's a good Christmas bad movie night, or at least 2 parts of a good Christmas bad movie night.
There's like 5, 6, maybe even 7 Silent Night, Deadly Night parts.
So but only 2 is worth watching, I'm willing to bet.
We haven't seen the rest. Maybe that's what we do next year.
Oh no!
Cannonball, multi-viewing of all the Silent Night.
6 other films, and we know we've already missed them. Are we just gonna see the 5? We're not watching 1. We're gonna watch from 3 onwards.
If you've seen 2, you've seen 1.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
Anyway, Sisco.
Yes, definitely recommend.
Danny, do you
definitely
recommend?
Yeah, it's just hilarious. It makes no sense. You're gonna laugh a lot. Definitely go watch it.
Yeah, the acting, the editing, the cinematography,
the everything.
Oh, we didn't talk about like the sound design on this thing. So many creaky floorboards, and do you remember your crinkly donuts?
Oh my God, yes! They fall on the floor, and then she just picks them up, and as she puts them back on the tray, it's like, it's like, why are they making that sound?
That doesn't work. That doesn't work as a thing. Elves. There you go, you never heard back. Sisco, we'll start with you. Which shelf is Elves going on?
I still think I'm going to put it on shelf of thing.
You still think, even though you haven't mentioned it before.
I think I'm going to put it on shelf of thing.
Shelf of thing. Danny, what do you think Elves
I
is?
agree. Shelf of thing. It's... Even though my memories of it for certain scenes went much better than the actual scenes, it's still shelf of thing worth.
Shelf of thing. The weird thing about it is, I would say it is exactly 100% on par with Hack-O-Lantern. Like, neck and neck.
I would not agree.
Well, fuck you. But, having said that, it's Christmas. It's not Halloween, so there's Christmas magic all around. I think for a Christmas movie, it's thing-worthy. I think it goes on shelf of thing because it's a Christmas miracle. Ooh. It's not a Halloween miracle.
There's no ghosts.
So thanks, Ito. Elves.
Elves.
That was 10 who has been lying over there for this entire time.
Yeah.
This
Being
entire
a good boy.
Just snoring away.
Elves. Go out and find your official. Don't watch it on YouTube. Well, no, you can watch it on YouTube. Your official Elves DVD, which doesn't exist yet. Write to people and get an official Elves DVD out, because, yeah. Elves.
Because you need to see it.
You're an elf. Elves.
Oh.
Santa said oral. So, Elves makes it to the shelf of thing. Merry Christmas.
Definitely want to watch this holiday season. Definitely deserves to be in the shelf of thing.
I mean, you didn't overpack the shelf or anything, did you?
No, it's
It's
perfect.
the shelf of thing. It belongs.
It deserves all the things.
And
Now I'm off to deal with my naughty list. Ho ho ho. Merry Christmas.
I'd say.
Perfect, Tiny Tim. Perfect. That's that, yeah, perfect.
man in the study is your grandfather.
And your father. Dun dun dun!
The Christmas tree's on fire. Santa's holding the lighter. My parents are both liars. I got gifts but 1 subscribers. Thanks for the candy basket. Oh God, another jacket. My stocking's filled with acid. Am I dreaming? What just happened?